Hi there, and welcome to another episode of the Heart to Heart series. On today, we're going to talk about They Just Don't Understand. Yeah, stay tuned, stay tuned. Listen, my name is Deitra Dennis, and I am the founder of Full Circle Health Coaching LLC, and I am the heart health coach to Black women who value, own, and invest in their health. And I empower them with evidence based and culturally relevant lifestyle interventions that supports them in living at their optimal heart health. Now, Heart to Heart series is really our girl talk. Yes, over a glass of red wine. And our red wine over here is hibiscus tea because hibiscus have many health benefits. One in particular is heart health, in that it relaxes the blood vessels and ultimately lowers your blood pressure. So it is our drink of choice over here on this channel. So before we get into the content today, I really want to encourage you to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go ahead and become a part of the family and like this video. Click the notification bell because you'll be alerted when I upload a video. Share this with a sister who you feel could benefit from this because we're talking about heart health. And I've already said it's the number one killer. So, listen, we want to share with others so that we can all live in health, right? And then lastly, go ahead and comment below. I know this is a replay, so it's not a live, but still, if you put your comments below, I do respond. So that's our way of having conversation, a little dialogue in the comment section. So go ahead and do that. Now, if you will, go ahead and get your red wine. Uh-huh. Pour it out now and cheers to you. And let's chat it up about uh they just don't understand. Now, I don't know if you remember the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the theme song, Parents Just Don't Understand. Yeah, that was by DJ Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince or Will Smith. So listen, I'm not talking about parents this time. This time I'm talking about healthcare providers. So let's just paint this scenario. Have you ever been to the doctor and since we're focused over here about blood pressure, and you've gone to the doctor on more than one occasion and your blood pressure has been high, haven't quite been at the point to have received a diagnosis of high blood pressure, or if you have received a diagnosis of high blood pressure, and it could be you, your family member, or a friend. And so, the doctor may say, or healthcare provider, and the reason I say healthcare provider, because it could be your doctor, nurse practitioner, or physician assistant, but they may advise you, you may consider eating a heart healthy diet. And maybe in the past you've just kind of sat by and said okay, and they may have given you a brochure or a pamphlet or something about a heart healthy diet and just left it at that. That is a no-no. So, remember now from the video some time ago, I mentioned that you are the CEO of your health. And so we want to, ask questions so that when they're saying adopt a heart healthy diet, what does that look like for you? Because that is important, right? It is important for to know what barriers you may have to eating a heart healthy diet. And one of the major parts I know in coaching clients, or when I've had cooking classes, I've had many clients who say, I've tried making healthy lifestyle changes as it relates to my diet, and I start on it knowing that making those healthy choices are good for me, but I'm not able to sustain it because it wasn't good. And many times when we hear the word healthy, immediately we go to saying, okay, it's bland and it's not going to taste good. So that is important to us. So with that being said, I want to share some questions if you or your family member or a friend that goes to the doctor and they receive that recommendation, what you're to do. So again, the doctor or the healthcare provider may not understand. Listen, because food for us is not really food, just about the food. It's an experience. right? Listen, when we eat a food, it transports us sometimes back to, a certain time, a holiday, or a certain family member who prepared a dish that was so delicious. It really is an experience. So I want to give you the two questions to ask. Again, because being the CEO of your health, you don't just passively sit by. You are an active participant in your healthcare. We agree? All right. I see you shaking your head. Yes. Agree with me on that. Don't just sit by. Ask the appropriate questions so that you can achieve your health goals. And on this one, we're talking about making sure that our blood pressure is controlled or having normal blood pressure readings. Because, last week we talked about if it goes uncontrolled, what could happen? Heart attack, stroke, and so many other things. So we are on the path to optimal heart health. All right, so on to the question. So number one, when the doctor, mentions to you about adopting a heart healthy diet, ask the doctor or the healthcare provider, okay, that is a health goal of mine, is to have a normal blood pressure, but how can I adopt a heart healthy diet that I can still enjoy my traditional or cultural foods? Ask them if they have, any tips on how you can do that. Listen, because we recognize and we know that food is medicine, but it doesn't have to taste like medicine. You agree with me? Yeah, we want to have food that's healthy, but and yet full of flavor, having all of our seasonings and spices and things of that nature. That is important to us because if it doesn't have any taste or have any flavor, why is it on the plate? You with me? You feel me? All right, all right. Don't leave me hanging out here by myself because I know for me, it's important for the food to taste good. So number one, ask that question. And remember when we talked about being a CEO, again, you are an active part in this. And so your healthcare provider is on the executive team. And the second question I think is important to ask if the doctor does not have any tips. The second question is to ask, remember when we were talking about the CEO, another team member would be a consultant, like a registered dietitian, a personal trainer, or a health coach, if you will. And that consultant is there for a specific period of time or for a specific purpose. And so in this purpose, the goal is for you to improve your blood pressure or have a normal blood pressure reading or a controlled blood pressure, right? So you can ask the doctor that. Do they have a registered dietitian that they could refer you to? And the thing with the registered dietitian, you want to ask if they are skilled in cultural competence, because there are many registered dietitians now that are, receiving training on cultural competence and diversity and things of that nature. And so asking that. And if then they don't have anything, listen, your girl right here, you're welcome to connect with me on Facebook or sign up for my weekly newsletters, because I do share and highlight other vegan influencers, because over here we are whole food plant-based. So I do highlight vegan influencers or plant-based influencers that have delicious recipes that you're welcome to try. And so again, if those first two, the healthcare provider doesn't have any resources for you, your girl right here can help you out. Okay, so those are two things that I wanted to leave you with. And so again, if you have that experience or a family member does, ask the questions, because you are the CEO of your health. You value, you own, and you invest in your health. So that's all I have for you today. And I have enjoyed our time together. So if you want to connect with me, as I mentioned before, you can go over to Facebook, and that is Full Circle Health Coaching LLC, or you can sign up for my weekly newsletters at Full Circle Health Coaching LLC.com. I have the links to both of those in the description below. And I always like to leave you with this quote. And remember that you are the full circle, and within you is the power to create, nurture, and transform. So until next week, go ahead and activate your power.